spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, but I grew strong. And I learned how to get along, and so you're back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine there's still music on in the background. My name is Ali Ramirez, and this is Please Talk to Me with Ali Ramirez, where you can be the guest. That's right. I'm going to put the information in the chat, and you're welcome to join me on the Zoom and tell me what's going on with your day, your week, your month, your year, whatever you want to talk about. I know there's plenty to talk about if we look at the news, but I want to know what's going on in your world. What big happened to you? What small happened to you? So this is Please Talk to Me with Ali Ramirez. As you know, we can't have licensed music, so unless we sing it ourselves. So that was my music, and I sing it. Thank you so much to Lester Pips for shout out. I know he has tons of apocalyptic tips, and he's on YouTube if you haven't seen him. And of course, he's a Thursday night at 9 p.m. right before this. Also, I want you to know that I try to promote my show as well as the other shows on Thursday night, and I still don't know how to spell apocalypse. Not at all. No clue. I'm constantly checking how to spell it. You think I would know at this point because it's like we're not living in the apocalypse, but maybe this will be the closest thing to an apocalypse that we have in our lifetime. Let's hope so. Hi, I'm Ali Ramirez. If anyone wants to join in, let me, oh man, I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, of course you can hear me. Yeah, of course. You've heard me this whole time. Let me see. Let me get up the chat. Let me get up the invite information in the case anyone wants to join in. You are more than welcome to, because again, otherwise it's just me talking, which is great. I love talking. I love talking so much. That's why I have this Twitch show, to talk. But I also like to listen, because the best talkers are nope, that's not a saying. Anyways, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and put the meeting in the link, and we'll go from there. If anyone wants to go on or tell me what's going on. We can hear me. Thank you. That's what I thought. I was hoping. Thank you, Super Dating Simulator. Thank you. Put the meeting information in there. I really, I don't own any stock in Zoom, nor do I have any say in Zoom, but I feel like Zoom really had an opportunity to be like, this is your meeting, monkey butt one. Like, just give us letters, and then we could decide our own letters, and then we could have a really good time with that. But they're not listening to me. But I guess if I say it now, it's my formal request. So Zoom, just let us name our meetings. Or maybe we can name the meetings, and I'm just not aware of it. Oh, crap. Maybe I'm the one that's in the archaic times, which I guess that happens. Me being in the archaic times. That's what I meant. I'm a mom of twin 5-year-old boys, and so I'm usually behind on all things. Netflix movies especially. I just watched Ferrari versus Ford, which was fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm not a car person. I knew nothing about cars. It was a lot of white people in that movie, because that's what it's about, and Italians, because Ferrari. But it was a very enjoyable movie. But I think that was an Oscar-nominated movie like 3 years ago. So I'm not really, like I said, I'm just not up to speed with things. What are other things that are happening right now? I'm trying to think even TV-wise. I know I'm not watching the coolest thing. Everyone's watching WandaVision. I never watched any of the superhero movies, so I'm very behind on that. And I don't think I'm going to jump on that bandwagon. It's okay. It's fine. Tonight, I just watched The Force Awakens for the 20th time, because that's my kid's favorite movie. I got him to watch whatever, The Last Jedi. I got them to watch The Last Jedi one time, but they weren't interested in that. And I still haven't seen the last one, which is called, I don't know, number 9. I just go to my numbers. It's easier. I haven't seen number 9 yet because my kids keep going to number 7, Force Awakens. It's a great movie. I'm not going to argue that it isn't, but that's all they want to see. They see Star Wars, Force Awakens. So, I know. This is my burden to bear. So let's see what else is going on this week. In happy news, I guess, God, did any happy news happen this week? It definitely feels like sometimes we're getting the same news stories, different city. The same news stories, different people of color. It's something. And I know it can be very aggravating and it can be very frustrating. I will tell you, here's a good story, a local story. I'll be your local story. I went to the aquarium. It just reopened, Long Beach Aquarium. You have to have a reservation, so it minimizes how many people can go in at a time. And I talked to more people, more strangers in that hour at the aquarium than I have in a month. I mean, it was wonderful. Everyone was super nice. Everyone was very aware of their children adjusting to being back in public. I heard more excuse me, more please, more let's make a joke and laugh. It was such a pleasant experience because, again, everyone who had reserved a ticket at the aquarium, I'll just throw it out there. If you reserved an aquarium ticket last Saturday, 4:15 spot, you're my people. We had a great time. We were nice. We were laughing. We were, honestly, it was just positive energy. And it was just everybody just trying to be respectful of everybody else. And I know sometimes it feels like the world isn't like that or our country isn't like that, but it was nice to get that in person with other people. So there's a little bit of good news. What else happened? What else is going on? I know there's obviously a lot of fundraising about stop Asian hate. Black Lives Matter. Me too. Those are, you know what? Those are all three things that I hope made big impacts in the year 2020/21. So that's a positive, I think. I'm just trying to find the positive. And I know sometimes it's hard to find the positive, but we have to find the positive. Because if we don't find the positive, then I don't know what happens. But I don't think it's good or healthy. Moving around my cameras right now because there's a lot of cameras going on. There you go. Yeah. Let's see. Today's Thursday. That's always exciting. It's the beginning of the weekend. For those who still celebrate the weekend. It's still nice though. I have to admit, Saturdays are a little nicer still than Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, Fridays, because that's one less thing working on a computer. So I enjoy that. Oh, who's coming? Oh, I have a cat and a dog. My cat is like 2 years old. My dog is like 12 years old. And I really want a puppy, but without the work of having a puppy. Like, I don't want to pick up poop and wipe pee and wake up all the time. I just wanted to play with like a cute puppy and then give it away, I guess. So that's what I want, to be honest with you. My cat is 2 years old, as I stated. And we got her about 4 months before COVID hit. So now she just thinks like we just live here all the time and work. Like, of course her life is great. Like, someone's always there to open the door for her to go outside, or if she needs to, be pet, she just jumps on us on our computers. Like, I think she's going to be the one with the biggest shock when we go back to work and are out of the house. My dog, I think, I don't think he cares because he sleeps so much. So I don't think he really notices that we're here or not here. But my cat, that's the one I'm worried about. Of my kids, my husband, my friends. I'm worried about my cat. I don't think she's going to adjust well. She's really become accustomed to just having us here all the time. Oh, and she brings us presents. Last week I got a mouse, a dead mouse. She just walked in and dropped it in the kitchen floor. So that was not fun, but she was so proud, and I don't want to shame her. So I was like, yay. She also brought a lizard in, which she then dropped the lizard, and then it went underneath my couch, and it took about 5 to 6 hours to get that lizard out of the house because I don't want to touch it. So we had to like corner it. And then she brought a hummingbird, a dead hummingbird. That one I was able to catch her before she came into the house. So I closed the door before she was able to get into the house. So that's my cat. She's a fierce little hunter. She's young. She's only 2 years old. And for the record, I don't promote her hunting. I'm not like, go out there and get it. I'm just like, I don't have a bird bath. I purposely don't have any flowers so that the birds don't come and the hummingbirds. She just goes and seeks out these things. And to be fair, for all I know, maybe that hummingbird was like a serial killer hummingbird. Maybe he was like I can't think of any serial killers off the top of my head. I just watched a bunch too. I didn't watch a bunch of serial killers. I watched a bunch of documentaries about serial killers because, again, I told you I am a mom. I have to watch horror movies and serial killer documentaries for that data that I may never use later on in life, and because I need to feel something. You get kind of numb when you're a mom. Kids yell at you. So my cat brought me a hummingbird. If you're just joining us, this is Please Talk to Me with Ali Ramirez. This is the show where you can be a guest. I have the meeting and the password information in the chat if you want to check it out. I'll resend it right now. And if you want to come on. This is a Zoom meeting. I can also put the link because I had a guest a couple weeks ago who was a polar bear. I know, technology is astounding. And it was easier because I just had the link versus sending in the meeting and stuff. Because maybe not everyone has Zoom. That's insensitive of me. I don't want to be insensitive. So let's figure this out. We're gonna do it. I guess we'll do it in an email. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I always feel like singing helps me, but that's obviously never true because then I still forget things. You ever do that? You ever know you're going to forget things and so you try to set yourself up for yourself? I will always lose my keys, so I have to put my keys in a place that my future self will go, where would I put my keys? It's kind of like the movie Memento. You just got to trust yourself. Yeah. This is also worsened as we have been in quarantine. Because that being home all the time didn't really help with my organizational skills. In fact, it made it more complicated because now all of a sudden I am, everything's at home. So it's so much easier to lose all the things in life. Okay, here we go. I got this link. Nope, that's not it. I'm working with 3 screens right now. I have the laptop and the camera and then 2 screens behind me to check chat and to check links and to look up stuff. And it's, I wish I was good enough to link all this stuff. Copy. Oh man, we're having a good time. And do this. And here we go. Bam! Just put that link in there. So go ahead and click it. It's not spam. It's not going to ask you for your credit card information. It's a talk to me. If you want to talk to me in video, you do not have to, but you can be the guest. I want to hear about what's going on in your life. I want to hear about you. Oh, I got somebody. I didn't mean to sound like that was a fish. I didn't want to be like I caught something, but maybe I need to. Maybe I need to be like, Rrr. Okay, Emily checking in. She's checking in. I'll give you a second to check in, Emily. And when you're ready. Whenever you're ready, Emily. Oh, I don't see. Are you doing no video, Emily?
No, hold on.
Oh.
This is okay. No. I don't have the video on right now.
Okay, that's fine. You're off video right now.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah. Hi there, caller. How's it going? I have to tell you, you're caller 19. You didn't make it. Call back next time though. Try again next time.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But what would have been your song that you wanted to hear right now? If you wanted to. If you had number 20, what was the song that you were going to request?
The song that I was going to request was going to be 864-5789 by Wilson Pickett.
Yes. And is there a special dedication? Someone is going to get that?
I want to throw that special dedication out to my wife. Yeah.
You hear that, Lovebird? You hear that? Got a special dedication for you. That's right. That's 8. I don't even know the song. That's the 8, 5, 6, 7, 4, 1, 9. Right? Is that the tune of it?
8, 6, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Like, I think that's how it goes.
I don't even know how it goes, but sending love out to your wife and just, honey, just want you to let you know that your husband's thinking of you and all the numbers that pushes your buttons. This has been Please Talk to Me with Allison on 29 FM radio. Right? That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's cool when it's hot.
Right? It's cool.
Hold on, sorry. It's loud.
No, you're fine.
I heard that I ripped that from something. It's cool when it's hot. Like,
it's perfect. It's perfect. It's cool when it's hot. That's my uncle was a radio VJ on K Earth many moons ago, like back in the 90s when like K Earth played like oldies, like actual 50s 60s oldies, not the not the oldies that is my childhood. K Earth, shut up, K Earth. And he would definitely say things like that.
Like the oldies, the oldies now, some people would consider to be the 90s, which seems odd to me.
Doesn't that seem insane?
Because in the 90s, the oldies was the 60s.
Correct. Oh, I guess that sounds right. Then that's right. Then about 30 years.
Yeah.
90s, 10.
I mean, I feel like
I feel like they are cutting it a little short, a little bit, but not by much.
Right.
Dang. Okay, that's fair. What kind of music do you listen to? I don't know why we're talking about music. We can change the subject. I didn't mean to drive.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine talking about music. I love music.
Who's your music?
I'd say right now there's a really good like alternative country musician named Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill Simpson?
Oh, yeah, he does kind of like psychedelic kind of like it's a cross up between like blues and country and like rock and roll.
I see here on Wikipedia he's an outlaw country.
Yeah.
Outlaw country. Country blues rock.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. He made a really neat music video film recently.
Okay.
Where he collaborated with a number of talent from the Japanese animation industry, which was really cool. So they did a number of videos for him, and then it's actually, I think it's still on Netflix. People can watch it. Ooh. He's not paying me to say any of this, but if people want to see his stuff.
I love it.
Check it out.
Sturgill Simpson, yeah. Just so you know, just going online, he's married to his wife, Sarah. And his net worth in 2020 was $1 million to $5 million. So they don't know.
Oh.
Nobody knows. 1 million to 5 million. That's the most ridiculous range.
That's a big range, but good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, he's doing things. Good for him. I see on the chat someone wrote, the moment the Fresh Prince was on Nick at Night, I felt the words, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember Nick at Night was like black and white, the honeymooners, and it was like, oh my God, well, this is so old. Of course this is for my grandparents. And now, yeah, it's...
I remember they still had like I Love Lucy, and I don't know if they did Three's Company.
Oh, I wanted...
But I also...
Did they do Three's
what?
Company? I was going to say, maybe they did.
I don't know if they did or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember seeing clips of Three's Company.
Yes.
But I mainly know Nick at Night is like, I'd watch it up until like the last show, the Nickelodeon, which would be usually a Rocky and Bullwinkle. So Rocky and Bullwinkle would be at like 5 o'clock, and then Nick at Night, they'd start at like 6. And that's when I knew it was time for dinner.
It's a different world now. Kids, they don't know when it's time for dinner. They're just like, it's Netflix. It's on forever, Mom. What are you talking about?
We're not that old. It's not that old.
It's, man. Fresh Prince though, good show.
We used to schedule Fresh Prince, a great show. We used to schedule our lives around that stuff. When certain programs would come on TV, that's the that is the thing, you know.
I get home, I get my Animaniacs, something else, and then I know like Power Rangers was in there, or maybe Pokemon.
Yeah,
maybe it was Pokemon. And then it was like 4:30, and I was like, oh, I guess I got to do homework now. But they had like a solid there was like a solid 2:30 to 4:30 lineup. Like they had me. It.
Oh yeah. That was true.
And you're right. We used to schedule our lives around when the shows were. Man, we lived the same. We lived the same life. I know. Oh man, it's so interesting now because, like I said, my kids have Netflix. Like they don't know what it's like to be advertised to on a daily basis, to buy sheets to match the Teenage Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have that. They're just like, oh, it's a show, and I turn it off. And
I think the concept of advertising has changed quite a bit. You know, in terms of how things are produced, and then how things are how do they commercials used to be a thing that you had to put up with.
Yes.
And now it's like so entirely optional because people are willing to pay the fees to not have to run the ads.
Oh yeah.
You know, on a certain number of services, and so now it's like you got to get the sweetest plum, which is influencer money, so that they can pose attractively on a beach. You know, next to your kitchen timers.
And
whatever you're selling.
Your kitchen timer. You know, I didn't think I needed a kitchen timer, but now that it's next to that lady on a beach, I might.
But now that it's next to that set of 6-pack abs.
Oh man,
we got to do it.
Let's see. Nick at Night, we had. Seinfeld at 7, Simpsons at 7:30, and the new Simpsons at 8, and then Family Guy at 8:30. Man.
New Simpsons.
Yeah, new Simpsons. Yeah, Family Guy. I remember watching Family Guy. I remember when it was like the big, controversial thing. Same thing with like South Park. That was a big what? You guys you're making children cut. Like I remember that being such a big deal. As soon as the second episode of Recess was over, then I need to get on the door to catch the bus. Oh my gosh, yeah. Morning cartoons. I remember. Yeah, I didn't have cable growing up until like middle school, so I didn't get that. But once yeah, go.
I know we're talking about nostalgia whole stuff, but with the cartoons in the morning, I played community kids soccer when I was growing up. You know, when you got all the grade school kids. So I played on a team that my dad coached at the time, and I learned how to use the SLP setting on the VHS, on the VCR, so that I had to wait until the last moment to leave the house because I had to hit the button at 8 so that it would continue to run for the 4 hours it would take to go to noon by the time we got back from the soccer games. So I learned how to do that on my own, and I was like, wait a minute, if I set it to SLP, it records longer? And then I didn't realize that degrades the tape faster. So by the time I got done using that tape, I wish I still had it. You could watch it from beginning to end, and it's it sounds like a nightmare. Like all the images and the sounds were bleeding into each other because I was writing over it so often. And you could do a loop of that for 10 hours and get a bunch of views on YouTube now, I bet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sure, guys, you know how to use your TikTok, but can you use a VHS the way we did? No. Don't tell me. Don't tell
No.
me about technology. We were pioneers with our mixtapes.
Don't even try to say it.
With our mixtapes, waiting for our song to get out on the radio to record it. Oh man, nostalgic road. Very nice, very nice.
There you go.
Sam, I'm going that because that's what your name is on
Yes.
the thing. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about? I know I've kind of led you down this road. Is there anything that's going on, or you want to share, or anything?
Oh, no, I think, I think people are excited that, people are getting vaccinated and they're going to be getting back out there.
Oh, very excited.
I think a thought maybe I wanted to share,
Please.
depending on when people are watching this or tuning in is, there's some people that are excited to go back to things. And then there's other folks. I mean, obviously, the pandemic itself is not a positive thing whatsoever.
Right.
But some folks, I think, got so used to being in this state that, like, the idea of all of a sudden it's like, and everything's open, go back, we got to see everybody.
No.
Parents calling you up like, okay, I want to buy tickets now. When can I fly out? Like, and it's like, okay, hold on. Like, I feel like it's going to be a really wild summer.
Yeah.
People are just going to feel like, I want to go, I want to get out, I want to do a thing. And then it's just going to be all this pressure to, like, immediately just like, let's all get in big groups together.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know if I'm feeling it yet.
Of course. You know what? I'm glad you brought this up, and I think I have a perfect metaphor for this. So I think going back into your normal routine is like losing your virginity.
Well,
nobody can tell you when you're ready unless you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, your friends can be like, come on, do it. Yeah. It's a fun time. And you're like, no, I need protection. I need space. And I need to make sure I'm with the right person or people. You know what I mean? And I think, and I hope that, because you're right, there are some people who are just going to be like, I'm in. I'm going to everything. I'm licking the pole. I'm going to see all of my family.
I'm licking the pole.
But obviously that's not everybody. Everyone's going to take their time, and I do agree it's going to take a year to get back.
Right.
It really is. I mean, I stated earlier that I went to the aquarium and it was great. I loved it. I think it was like I don't think it was more than 35% that they could hold. You had to have a reservation, and everyone was everybody. I'm talking like the meanest looking guy with. And I don't want to stereotype, but like this guy was like tatted up and just looked rough. Was like, oh, excuse me.
Sure.
Everyone was so conscious of we're all doing this at the same time. And for me, there were a lot of kids running around and a lot of adults yelling at their kids, but other adults validating that because the kids are adjusting too. They don't remember to stay 6 feet away from you. They just want to touch everything, right? They're kids. But yeah, I think I think you just have to go, okay, I want to see this person and that, like, that's 3 people's enough right now. Let's just keep it at that, Yeah. And I think it's okay.
Yeah,
I think some people are going to take longer, like your virginity. I'm not going to judge you. If you want to wait in your 20s or your 30s, I'm not going to judge you.
Well,
if you want to jump in at 12, that's fine. I don't think that's healthy, but it's your body.
I think it will be a case of, I feel like the majority of people will not be like, well, I can't wait to go back to a packed stadium game or something. But I think most people are going to be like, I need to call up like my, 12 closest, and we just need to get this barbecue fired up.
Yes.
I think it's going to be stuff like that.
Versus like, let's go to the big arenas. Yeah. If for example, I know Disneyland's opening up in a month. I'm not going back until February. Because I'm just like, that's right. Too much for me. Even at 35%, that place holds like 80,000 people. That's even at 35%, that's a lot of people. That's more people than I want to be around.
Yeah.
So
I think from all reports that I've heard about, I guess especially the Disney parks, because California, like we're inundated with news about what is working or not working there.
Right.
But they seem to be following a lot of good protocols, at least from what I've heard. But I think I'm thinking back to early COVID.
Yeah.
When the whole controversy about the parks shutting down and those types of things, people were like so upset, and I just couldn't understand it because it just started to reach landfall and things were getting bad, and people were like, "But I want to go to Disneyland."
It's like, go to Disneyland. Yeah, you know what? I will admit I was not that person, but I will admit that after the first month, I was still wearing a mask. I was still following the rules, but I truly hadn't realized what was happening. Like it took me that month to go, oh no, this is bad. This was handled poorly by our country's leaders, and this is really bad. And it's not like just USA, like the world is shutting down. Like it was because it just, you never think that. When have you ever had this in your head? When has there ever been a movie? Well, that's not true. There has been virus movies. But I guess what I'm saying is, you see these movies where they're like, an asteroid's gonna hit the Earth, or there's zombie attack. I don't know. There was just never a movie of, there's a virus, now stay in your house for a year.
I mean, we had Outbreak, which I think was the big one in our.
Yeah, that would probably be the closest.
But then everything else about an outbreak in modern, I feel like you're right.
Is it because you question?
That were the oldies.
Is it because you question that Rene Russo would never actually be with Dustin Hoffman? Is that why that movie seems unreal? Is that why?
Yeah, it jumped the shark.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Dustin Hoffman, he's not a bad-looking man, but Rene Russo, I mean, she's like top tier, man.
It was fair. I'm on your side. It was fairly incredulous.
Thank you, Hollywood. But yes,
Sam Hollywood.
But yes, you're making absolutely valid points. It's gonna take all of it. It's gonna take time for people to get back into the swing of it. Obviously, there were people who are in denial. I hope they're not in denial now. I hope I'm not that I hope that they're affected, but I hope that everyone is recognized that we really are a society and we have to work together to build.
I think maybe that's the. And I don't mean to be so heady. I know maybe it's supposed to be lighter topics.
No, but, where does it say that?
I think that
it says, "Please talk to me." It says, "Please talk to me." Does not say. That's all it says. Just talk to me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're good.
Yeah, I think the hope is that all this communal experience, makes people want to change behavior. That this was something where we were, taught or forced into empathy and having that common feeling of like, I don't want things to go back to normal. Normal was like bad,
Yeah.
Normal was not right, and I hope that there's a majority of people that think that way. I also think about, like, I have a niece and nephew, and it's like, I think about their experience of having this whole chunk of their lives, and when you're younger, how much longer everything feels, and that this will probably be a pretty big shared psychological experience for like a whole generation of people. We have no clue like how it's going to affect them yet. So that was my last.
No, that's so important. I mean, I will tell you this. Before I know a couple pre-pandemic facts. Did you know that prior to COVID, in the teens, in the 20-teens, McDonald's lost profits for the first time?
Really?
Yes. Because the people who are now the adults weren't choosing to go there for their children. Because I'd like to think we're parenting better. I'd like to think.
I was raised on fast food.
So was I.
So I have I have a weird relation with it where I just see it as like so much more of a natural choice. Like, oh, you're out of bed. It's like, all right, get some fast food, head home. Like, and I think that you're right. We're part of a generation that is going to just get older, and the younger generation doesn't have that same gut reaction when they're like, they see a McDonald's or Burger King, so I'm like, I could go for some food, like.
I mean,
that just isn't the case anymore.
Right. I mean, and so I guess what my point is I think we're getting better. Unfortunately, I think a lot of the older generations are in charge. Right? Mm-hmm. But it's getting better.
Yeah.
I think we're becoming more I don't want to say advanced because that's not the word. I think we're becoming more aware. I think we are seeing what didn't work as for us and what's working now, and we are trying to make the next generation better and better and stronger and more aware. And I mean, I think, wasn't it something like the most under 25 voted in the last 2 elections than ever before?
Yeah.
So I think it's getting better. I hope that we'll see it in our lifetime. I hope that when we're 50 and 60, it's not the same things that we saw in the 50s and 60s. I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, just like we were talking earlier about the oldies, like my husband said something the other day because he's dealing with a work issue, and he was like, I really feel like I'm at a crossroads. And I immediately said, I see you at the crossroads. I see you at the crossroads. I will be singing that. Exactly. I will sing that until I'm 90. I'm not sure the 90-year-olds now are rocking the same songs, Like it's just,
I'm looking forward to those moments when you're surrounded by like 75-year-olds and it's like, can we put on Pony?
This is my mom. She's 92. She just wants to listen to her Blink-182. Just put on Blink-182. She'll be fine. It's her favorite song, and then we'll get your bath afterwards. Okay, Mom? Like.
Okay, but I just need to take off my pants and jacket first. and then there'll be things that people say, that we think are progressive now, and then we'll say those words when we're 75, and somebody will just go, "Grandma, we don't say that anymore."
Right. Which though I think that slowly happens. Like that's I think even in my lifetime, words have changed, which is a good thing. A good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yes.
It's a very good thing.
Yes, but it does feel very slow. Someone wrote, "Damn it, Grandpa, please turn off NWA." Like it's a good thing, but it does take time. And what has happened, what is currently still happening, this pandemic is it's gonna affect us. It just is.
Yeah.
And I hope that we find the good in it, and I hope that we can support each other through working through the bad of it, because there is some bad. There was some bad. There just was,
There's too many people that we lost in the country, and it was just a real indictment of how things are set up here, to deal with massive crises, and that the safety nets, the kind of ways we assume our health and happiness, sometimes it's a little bit more trepidatious than we think. So, but by the same token, a lot of people did a lot of puzzles. And that's a positive.
You heard it here, folks. Puzzles. That is what to be fair, I did like 10 puzzles, so I get it. Oh my goodness.
I did my first puzzle. I had never done a puzzle in my life. And as I was making it with my wife, there was a moment, seriously, I'd never done it, where like I'm putting it together, and then we were only like an eighth of the way
Okay.
through this thing, and we're finding all the edge pieces. And,
Yep.
And I just go, so how are we going to display this? And my wife goes, you think we're going to display the puzzle? And I go, yeah, isn't that what people do? They put the puzzle together, and then after they're done, they're so proud of it. They mount it and they put it up on a wall so everyone can see the puzzle. And my wife turns to me, tilts her head, and she's like, no, babe, when you're done with the puzzle, you take the pieces apart and you put it back in the box. And then I looked at her, stunned. What do you mean they put it back in the box? She's like, do you think every person that completes a puzzle puts it up on a wall for people to see? And I go, I assume so, because what else is the point of doing the puzzle? And she's like, you just do the puzzle for the sake of doing the puzzle. It's just an activity. And I looked at the board and I looked at the pieces and I saw how many pieces were left. And I just felt defeated. I felt like I had just never sat down as a human and like contemplated the nature of what making a puzzle was like.
Oh, I'm crying. Yeah, that's a puzzle. Puzzles are dumb. Puzzles are like, they are the most ridiculous thing. I know. You're not wrong.
I think I gained a new appreciation for people that like puzzles, because I do a lot of reading on like Taoism right now, and like just the idea of like we will create something and then it'll become nothing. Like that puzzle makers are really comfortable, or puzzle completers are really comfortable with like the idea of impermanence and with the flow of things from like, it's all separate pieces, but now it's one piece, but now it's nothing because the pieces are apart, and that's fine.
Wow. No,
Like,
that is.
It's very, yeah.
I don't know why I like puzzles. I do like puzzles, and I think it's. Wow, that's deep. I think it's just the idea of like, yeah, completing something and then you're done. Because I'll even do puzzles and like not take a picture of them. Like I'll just do it and then put it away. Yeah.
See, you're a mad woman.
Yeah.
You're a mad woman. You don't even take a photo of you to evidence your work. What? Yeah.
Oh God, this is it. I will tell you the most mad woman, or the most whatever word you want to use. You can be crazy. It's fine. I once went on vacation with my family. Started the puzzle with my family. They went to bed. I finished the puzzle, and then I took apart the pieces I did so they can come in the morning and do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is that cute?
That's
Okay,
really
good.
Cute. No, I think that's really cute.
Tetris.
No, I have nothing
Okay,
against
Tetris?
people that like puzzles.
I have a good point. Do you like Tetris?
I do really like Tetris.
That's kind of a puzzle. That's a video game puzzle.
The nature of Tetris is really interesting in terms of high level play and people that get really, really good at Tetris. They've done studies about I think it was called, there's a game that was called Tetris Effect that came out recently. But the idea that, high level Tetris players, when they get into a flow state, they can just anticipate all the different pieces coming down, and they can see it even when they close their eyes.
Wow.
Like that. I think that's the thing I like about certain puzzle games that have a little bit of an endless nature to them. Like you just do them as you're doing them, you're completing sets and you're
and there's
clearing
also
things.
Right.
Like
and
I
there's
think
also like a difficulty
that's fun.
that changes with it too, right? Obviously, with like a puzzle, once it's done, right? There's no difficulty per se.
I think puzzles can be difficult depending on how much a visual person you are.
Yeah. Yeah. All this is making me
I'm glad you like puzzles. I think that's a good thing. People should find the things that make them happy.
Do I have a puzzle? I'm like looking for it. Do I have my puzzles? Oh no, I think I moved them. It's okay. I'll do a puzzle later. Waiting for Godot's Zelda game. Do you play Zelda? Zelda's a puzzle game to me, even though it's
totally Zelda's a puzzle game.
Yeah.
It's more of a puzzle game than it even is like an adventure game.
Yeah.
But I think the most recent one, like Breath of the Wild, was fun because there was a lot of player expression. You know, there was a lot of choices you could make on your own and kind of craft the order in which you tackled things, and that kind of freedom was a lot of fun.
I haven't started it yet.
It's fantastic.
I started Link's Awakening, which is very cute. It's very cute.
It's super cute.
I love these ones. These little like I don't even know what the format, because it's not full. Is it 2D? No.
Oh yeah, it's like a 2.5D because it's a tilted.
Correct.
It's like a shifted. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I have to admit I got stuck, and I'm almost to the brink where I need to look it up. Like I need to look through the walkthrough online, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm gonna give myself another chance before I do that, because I hate defeat. It's fine. Meaningless quest to save a princess where there's no end, and it's effed up meaningless quest to save a princess. Isn't that like every Mario game, though? Don't you have to save the princess?
Yeah.
Just constantly looking for that stupid princess. Stop getting kidnapped by Bowser. I'm sorry, that's victim shaming. I'm sorry. That's...
Victim shaming?
I'm sorry, Peach. Princess Peach, you dress how you want to dress. It's not your fault.
You know, Bowser's good at the setup. He's just not good at the follow-through. Like, kidnapping the princess, he's got that on lock.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
He's good at that part. But then the second part, which is, you know, defeat Mario, take over Mushroom Kingdom, it's just never worked out for him.
Oh. Also, you know? Bowser's very good at real estate. The guy can find a castle. He can find a castle. Good castles. Can't be cheap. Oh, man. Can't be cheap. He's doing something
Bowser's
right.
my landlord.
Someone please write that sketch. Bowser's my landlord. He has to sublease his castles.
Okay, no. Nobody write that sketch. We're writing it. We're gonna write that sketch.
That's so funny. Mario comes in. He's like, "Yo, I'm Jim. I just rent this from Bowser, man. What are you doing? Why are you throwing fireballs at me?"
I just love the idea that, like, eventually Mario's like, I gotta retire. Maybe I gotta pick up the plunger again. And then Bowser's like, look, I'm trying to get out of the game. What if we do some subcontracting work for me? And then Luigi's like, Mario, I don't know anything about electrician. And it's like, and Mario's like, now you listen to me. I'm the plumber, you're the electrician. That's how we're gonna do it. It's the Mario Brothers Plumbing and Heating. We gotta make this work. And then my knees got shot, I can't jump no more.
Oh, and then Toad comes in, he's like, what are we doing? Come on! Let's go!
Toad would...
I love that Toad voice.
Toad is a 3-pack-a-day smoker.
Oh, God! I'm hungry, Mom! I played a lot of Mario Party in my life, and that Toad guy voice, every time, kills me.
That's a perfect Toad. You definitely sound intimately familiar with hearing that voice.
Thank you. A lot of Mario Party. Dare I say too much Mario Party? I'm not sure yet. Oh, maybe that could be my next Twitch show. But I think it's really hard to get more Wii stuff on Twitch. I've heard it's like you gotta buy it's more money than I want to spend.
I use a Elgato capture card. So that's kind of what you have to do. It's just like it's an adapter, yeah.
Yeah, you have to like plug it in and then plug it in your computer. Like it does like a screen. Oh. Mm-hmm. Technology, man. Technology.
It's not too hard to figure out. I was the same way until I started using it.
Yeah.
And it's really, really easy once you got it set up.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know. Yeah, because I'll play Wii games all day, but I'm terrible at computer games. So bad. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. Well, Sam, that was the show. It was
lovely.
As Mario would say, "It's a me Mario." So it's perfect. Is there anything else that you want to share or plug or talk about before we wrap it up?
Oh, no, not at all. I think it's tonight. I think we're good.
I
no,
felt
Allie,
the
thanks.
like. Oh no, I don't. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, please. It's a delight to talk to you again.
Yeah.
And shoot the breeze and
it's
donate to Pack Dash Theater.
Absolutely.
I think one of the coolest things about doing comedy right now and seeing the level of support that everybody, at that theater has been throwing toward, continuing to do shows and then also promoting the classes and everything and still supporting the teachers and great, people that want to be taking classes. It's, we've got an inclusivity fund and we've got, all these things going on. So donate to Pack Dash Theater. They're doing really good work and it's in a very hard time.
Yes. And actually, while you say that, I definitely got an email that I wanted to share talking about a program that's happening this Saturday, I believe. Which, of course, I can find the email now because that would make more sense. Where are you? Well, go to the Pack Theater website. You can always get information about our classes. They do shows 7 nights a week on Twitch TV. And when we're able to get back in the theater, I'm sure we'll be doing comedy and sketch and stand-up and all of it still 7 nights a week. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna wait. But I can't.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to wait.
We're gonna stick with that. I'm gonna wait. And it's going to be great. Wait. Oh, there it is. It's a Q&A this Sunday right here on the Pack Theater, right here at 3 p.m. There is a link for the classes, sketches. Sam, thank you so much for joining me. This was a fantastic road that we went down. We really got some of the oldies.
Thank you, Allie. Best to your family and best to everybody out there. Stay safe, mask up, and get vaccinated.
Yes, get vaccinated. And tell your wife hello and that it's okay to love puzzles. It's okay. I see her.
No, I will let her know she is seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please talk to your friends. Please talk to your family. And if you're available on Thursdays at 10 p.m., please talk to me. I'm Allie Ramirez and have a fantastic night. Thank you.